Folks, you know what? Instead of talking about technical difficulties, we could also just be talking about what is going on right now. We have two pools of the qualifier today with a total of, 30 people signed up, of whom we already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 disqualifications. But let's not talk about that because, But anyway, we are starting with the most interesting match in the first round. First round is always a little bit rough with the seeding in open for qualifiers. And we didn't want to watch a full destruction, but luckily we've got TheMrMunch versus Anovaku, so that should be a good one. And looking at this draft, tell me your thoughts, lovely co-caster. I'm guessing there's nothing. Hold up. You can hear me, right?
No, not through the thing.
Okay. Great.
I keep trying to swap from my broadcast mix to just the chat mic, but every time I reconnect it is not working. So
anyway, folks, while we figure that out, let's take a look at this draft. We've got Byzantines a little bit higher. I'm very much assuming, or rather, Mr. No, the bands are swapped. I forgot that Cow does it this way. So TheMrMunch has Byzantines banned for Anovaku. So Munch going the Wham way and valuing Byzantine actually over the Rus. We've seen it quite a bit recently, because I guess Rus is the worst performing tournament civ nowadays. Getting destroyed by Japan, Delhi, and Byzantine these days. It's a sad day to be a Rus main. Oh, in ladder, it's not, because you're still really good. Okay, Cow has actually muted me. I guess Cow will let us know when we're good to go.
Yeah, we're having some weird... It was working fine right before we hit go live, of course.
You know what? I'm just gonna mute the Discord and let VMix run and let Cow figure that out. But yeah, folks, I just gave you an entire train of thoughts to the lovely draft, but I guess let's summarize this real quick. We've got China banned, surprises. We've got TheMrMunch valuing Byzantine just like Wham does, and we've got Anovaku valuing the Rus instead, which are the worst performing tournament civs these days. But it's still Rus, so I guess he's gonna be fine. He's gonna be fine. But he second picked English. What the hell? Talk to me, Soccer. Since Cow wanted to have all the audio over Mimix, let's just fully mute the Discord and let's just have it as a Cow sounding board so he can scream at us and nobody can hear. It's beautiful. You guys know. thing if there's an echo coming
It
through
was
someone else?
It was through me. Yeah, it was through me. I had to force my my browser to say no, default to this instead
Cow
of
has
defaulting
called it good. We are officially good people. We fixed it. We're all good.
Everything was, nothing's funnier than when like you start a broadcast, everything's working great, you do your checks, everything's good to go, and then the moment you press the button to go, every time. But enough of me, enough of the sound issues. Let's get to the show, yeah?
Do I talk about the draft the third time? I don't know if anyone heard me the first 2 times.
Let's just start fresh. Take 3, action. Give me your look at Mr. Munch and
Anovaku. Real summarized. We've got China bands. Wow. We've got Zushi first pick. Japan first pick. And then we've got Mr. Munch valuing Byzantine over Rus, and Anovaku valuing Rus over Byzantine. And we immediately got the Rus, and I'd say that's a decent Rus matchup.
I would say so as well. First map, starting off on the basic of basics of Dry Arabia. Be a fun one. This is our best of 5 series. Just to let everyone know.
Everything is best of 5 today. As I already said earlier on, we've got 30 signups today, 5 of whom already disqualified, which is rather sad. But, it is a public qualifier. These things happen. But yeah, we should have some banger matches later. We've got 2 pools. We've got MSN, Eliona, Valdemar, and Magic in one of those. And
that'll be fun.
On the other side, we've got Puppy waiting in second round. We've got the good old Gully Deckle, Scarlet Devil, unfortunately DQ'd. We've got Lash waiting, and we've got Myriad.
Neat. Do you want to give us a rundown of what the bracket looks like today, as far as like how the format will be?
It is single elimination, best of 5s all the way through, and we've got 4 rounds to play till the finals. So basically, the finals is the 4th round. So yeah, we shouldn't be here forever, and it should still be great games. That is the plan anyway.
All right. Well, as we probably have just a couple minutes before we dive into the game, looking at the Civ drafts, looking at everything. A couple things to note as far as maps, where I don't think we see it just yet, as we'll be on, Dry Arabia, but keep an eye out on our specific King of the Rockies maps to come into play here.
I mean, I am excited to see Front Range for the first time.
Front Range.
Did you watch some Front Range games?
I'm trying to remember. I think I've seen a couple. I saw a couple of them, yeah. Not a ton. I didn't watch too much of it, but it kind of plays out in a fun way.
I saw Cow and Avely messing around on it, but, there's at least half of that is not the highest level of competition. No, I actually couldn't watch anything because I was sick in bed for the last 5 weeks, so yeah.
Well, we're glad you're here today, so we got a lot, and you're going to need your voice. As we wait, a reminder again, if you want to wear what he's wearing, you can do exclamation point merch. Stand up and show us. Yep, King of the Rockies shirt. Give us a nice flex, Asklad. That's not a flex. Come on, get the pose. Give me like the mannequin pose. Okay, that was the saddest flex I think I've ever seen.
Dude, I'm not allowed to do any exercise, to do any sports because my spleen might rupture. So
fair enough.
And I was in bed for 5 weeks. I'm not the fittest person right now. But
we'll give him a pass.
Give me
if
a
anyone's
quick.
Planning.
Okay, no. Finish your sentence and then I'll ask.
Okay, I'll say if anyone also wants to see him flex live, you've got the chance to get tickets to go to Denver. We will be in Denver the last weekend of October. Tickets, just go exclamation point tickets. Links to the local host for the spectator passes. It's a ton of fun. If you are making a trip of it, or if you're near the area already, check it out. I had a blast last year. You'll get to meet everyone, hang out, play some games. And it should be really good weather. It was kind of warm last year in August. This year in October, it should be like perfect in Denver. Anyways, what were you gonna say, Asklad?
I was gonna ask about the draft, but now I just want to talk about the scary part of traveling to America for the first time, and people have guns there, and
it won't be that bad.
It's weird for a European,
It's a funny thing because I remember I had a friend from New Zealand who told me the first time he'd ever seen a gun was a police officer at the airport in LAX in Los Angeles. And I was like, oh, I just didn't even like register. I was like, yeah, of course the police officer's gonna have a gun on his holster. Like, that's just what they do. You'll be fine. I promise. You'll be good.
I think I'll go to Neri's go-to solution here and just shout freedom.
Freedom.
No, I'm just gonna start
right
the USA chants, and that should protect me from anything, right?
Those are both very fun and very, very not inspired as far as chats go.
I'm sorry. But anyway.
It's true. They're fun, but they're also not. Yeah, they're pretty simple.
I wanted to ask you about two things. A, who won the draft? And B, why did Anovaku pick English as his second choice?
Yeah, I'm going to say TheMrMunch won the draft. Even though Anovaku's got my beloved Ayubids. English, I'm not big on. House Lancaster's okay. Roos is probably one of his better choices, but we'll go ahead and dive right in. I definitely think TheMrMunch is going to have the edge going into this one. As we dive into our first qualifier of 2025 for King of the Rockies. In the red, on the south side, TheMrMunch hosting the Malians. Meanwhile, up in the north, Anovaku in the yellow with Roos. These colors feel very backwards to me. It feels like they should have swapped colors for this, Malians belong in yellow. Roos belongs in the red. And I didn't mean to actually switch the colors. I meant more like the colors. They should have swapped which ones they had. Appreciate the production team being ready to be on it, though, in an instant. As we dive in, they start scouting. We got a couple houses coming up. And what do you expect to see in this matchup for TheMrMunch?
I mean, I'm classically expecting Malians to be trying to be very defensive here. And we've got Anovaku opening with the 2 hunting cabins, as you'd expect. I mean, Roos basically just wants to fast castle and pro scout here. The question is, what does Mali do? Do you contest the pro scout? Do you also pro scout? Mali just wants to survive to Castle Age and then try to compete there as well. But they will need some more time than the Roos does. And there's going to be a lot of horse archers on that map by that time.
Yeah, I don't think you'd go pro scout yourself as Malians here. Like, you can. It just doesn't feel quite as streamlined as what Roos can do. Maybe you try and contest a little bit, but yeah, it's not the best matchup for Malians. I definitely think Roos has the edge here. Of course, if they can survive to castle, then it's anyone's game. They can definitely snowball into a pretty good force. But I guess looking at feudal, like, how hard do you try and deny the pro scouts? You go for some Donzos and just kind of pump a couple out, sit them on the periphery of the deer, and just kind of, pick them off as they go.
I mean, my guess is you do that for 100%. And by that, I mean, I just cast a curse it, so it's not going to happen. But I am expecting to see some Donzos here. Where is Mali's second gold? You either can go for the forward one, or you can go all the way to the left, which has the deer pack quite handily right next to it. And then you could fight there. But it's also very exposed. So we'll find out. Maybe Anovaku will throw us for a loop and go feudal.
That would be a bit of a loop there.
I mean, it's a horrible choice against Mali because you have the Donzo Javelins combination ready to go.
No surprise. Golden Gate coming up. Gate. Yeah, that's no surprise whatsoever.
I'll give everyone a moment. You remember the good old times when everyone said Kremlin was Giga S tier and the best landmark in the game, and Golden Gate was all the way down there at the start of S tier and nobody used it?
Well, the joke was that they had 2 S tier landmarks, but we kept going for Kremlin for the time. But that was back in the days of the 2TC meta when it was really strong for Roos. Nowadays, it definitely feels like the fast castle has taken over, especially with pro scouts being what it is now.
I miss Kremlins a little bit, just a little bit. But,
bit.
The Golden Gate is just so effective. We do see a Monza Quarry because you don't expect Roos to be proactive soon, outside of potentially scouts moving over to start burning your houses, which you can easily defend, and it's not that fast. But you should still do it if you're a Roos player. But yeah, Monza Quarry, which also is 75. Okay, we're not burning the house, we're actually trying to burn the pit mine, which with 1 scout...
That's not happening.
It's a monumental task. Yeah, as our lovely observer points out, we've got a lot of houses already spread around the pit mine. So Mr. Munch going for a very greedy opening. If you look at his gold, it's stacking up very rapidly, which, has been a more common choice against non-Dark Age aggression. So against the Rus, pretty nice.
Yeah, it's been funny to see. I mean, I've mentioned a number of times watching these kind of matchups that Malians going for 4 used to be the standard. Anything more than that was greedy as far as houses go. Now it feels like 6 is a standard. 7 does feel a bit greedy, but like you mentioned, when you don't expect any Dark Age pressure, you might as well, especially when it's tucked away behind your TC like that.
I mean, the way you do it is you basically just let 1 or 2 guys chop in Dark Age while you gather food with the others. Okay, we see the immediate barracks coming out. So far, Scout is completely being ignored. I guess, where's Mr. Munch Scout? It is moving back from the Roost base right now, just checking what they were doing and dropping off the last 2 sheep. And for Anovaku, we already see the Pro Scouts triggered.
Yeah, no surprise there. And, you know, Malian's playing out exactly as we expected so far, too. We see the barracks coming up, so we will see some Donzos. I'm guessing to try and contest some of these scouts, which is all he'll need is a couple to do a pretty good job of at least slowing down what Anovaku wants to do here.
Yep.
Villager.
I mean, he's just using the time he's got until Pro Scouts finishes, and then he's gonna try and steal one of these deer packs that Mr. Munch has near his base.
You know, 1 scout made it a monumental task, but 4 scouts makes it in the realm of possibility. However, it only takes 1 Donzo to start making him a little spooked. And they could have gone for a house. I almost wish he'd gone straight for the house instead. He probably could have torched one by now.
Okay. Mr. Munch looking to not go Pro Scouts himself because he went for the immediate wheelbarrow. I'm kind of surprised he left it at the wheelbarrow instead of going for all of the eco upgrades immediately. But we will see what he does now. And we've got the first cattle pen. So yeah, cow boom it is. Second mill is also going up.
Second pick mine. He's deciding to take that one up in the front and the middle. There's that deer pack nearby.
Yeah. Only 1 Donzo near it. But if Anovaku takes the time here to fight with the scout, I mean, that's Mr. Munch is just going to be fine with that. Takes out the first one. And the other ones are already stealing from the left deer pack, so he's got some of that secured. But 3 Donzos already taking the field.
Yeah,
I guess he will at least
stay here.
Oh, and there comes the tower. So he's gonna protect 1 deer pack at least. No move towards the other one just yet.
Tower's an interesting choice.
I mean, it's a good choice. We already have Anovaku going for the archer, which Mr. Munch did not scout. He doesn't know there's an archery range in play. But yeah, it's just a natural move. If you're a pro scout civ, you just expect there to be Donzos coming out or other spearmen.
Yeah, the Donzos are definitely an expected choice. Tower, I like the placement too.
2 archery ranges in feudal. That's quite the commitment.
And it wouldn't be hard for Munch to just add in a couple jabs.
I mean, I think that is the hope that Munch reacts like that. Which, I mean, he's fine with that, because as soon as Rus hits Castle Age, they usually want to go into the Horse Archers, and Jeffs will do just fine against that. These archers will also not do anything against the tower for now.
Yeah, that tower looking like a really, really smart choice now. I mean, I like it as well because it's so centralized on the map. So he's getting a really good chunk of vision right in the middle.
Yeah. It's nicely played, and now he sees the archers coming. A little bit of idle time is going to be forced here. Oh, they're just A-moved. And
that feels pretty bad.
That's the classic Ascalad raid I just saw there. You know, you send your units in to snipe the vills, they'll shoot a building just to send the attack ping, and then they move forward to die. Oh, yeah, no survival techniques.
I'm not going to mention how much I've done that myself.
No survival techniques for Anovaku with the Pro Scouts. A little bit of an oversight here. He's gonna grab his own deer camp now, and I think he only stole 4 deer from the left camp. He didn't get one in the middle. Yeah, there's 3. No, he actually only stole 3. That's a little rough. If you go pro... Oh, he only stole 2. There's another corpse there. Yes, thank you. I know you just selected them. Good lord.
Yeah.
Anyway, for those who don't know, a deer camp usually has 7 animals in it. So yeah, that's a little rough housing. If you are going pro scouts, you usually want at least 3 camps. 4 is better, you know, but steal one of your opponent. If you go even with your opponent, that's already not great.
Not great, but it's still pretty good. You still get your money back. But it is better to deny, of course, your opponents. I won't disagree. Donzo's moving in here, looking at the archers with some javs. Go to
Speaking
2 and
of
2
money
there,
back,
just enough.
high trade house is coming in. Oh, he wants to do a little bit of a deer heist. That's a beautiful high trade house position between 2 wood lines right there. Very nice. He's gonna get that one at least, maybe a second one. You know what? Scratch that. He's just gonna get all of them. He might lose 1 or 2 scouts for it, but
Power on the wrong scout. However, he might not be able to grab all of these. That tower with the javelin. Yeah, he's got to drop and run.
Oh, I was so sure that scout was dead.
Grand Theft Venison being stopped by Mr. Munch. Able to deny most of that still.
Yeah, but if you look at the resources right now, Mr. Munch is already on the way to castle with 15 cows. He's just fine right now. Grand Fulani Corral is coming in. Roost just hit Castle Edge. You immediately see knights and horse archers in production. So full cavalry comp as you'd expect. And we see a monastery going up. So yeah, doing all the right things. But Mr. Munch is going to have a great food income. Just matching the roost there. And we're already walling off the side, so he's not gonna be bothered by full run-bys of the horse archers. And I'm guessing you also want to add in a little wall in the front. The only thing here that's bothering me right now is the fact that, you know, his gold in the base is gonna not last forever because he just used it mostly to get all the cows out. So he will have to move forward very, very soon. Just checking on that.
Going to make this pretty good here for Mr. Munch in the long run. I'm just thinking, like, Anovaku has the map control now, but I feel like Munch is going to be able to really mass up a pretty good beefy army. And he's going to have the counter to what Anovaku wants to do. I mean, he's got the javelins to deal with the range. He's going to have the Donzos, which have a range throw as well. So horse archers don't feel as scary. The only thing that Munch won't have that Anovaku's got is going to be mobility. But with the walls coming up, I don't feel like Mr. Munch really cares too much about mobility at the moment.
Yeah, it's basically Malians will have to hunker down. Right now, Mr. Munch's plan is gonna be involving get maybe 1 or 2 of the relics if he can manage. I doubt he can. Okay, knights are already here. Late reaction, so that is 1 villager down. First villager kill of the game. And Anovaku already has 1 relic at home and the second one on the way. And trying to steal more of the deer. Great.
I'm really enjoying the slow steal. You know, imagine getting robbed at like 0.5 speed, right? Like someone's like taking, you can have a jewelry store and someone's taking your taking those pearl earrings, those golden earrings, and just like taking them halfway to the door, putting them on the floor, getting out before you can, you know, tase them. And they come back and take them a little further and get and drop them and go out again. Only in AUA 4 would you see such a mechanic. It's pretty funny though.
Goldwain is halfway done. We've got 150 gold high trade house. It is okay. And yeah, look at that production queue. Lots and lots of horse archers on the way. Mr. Munch knows it, so we've got lots and lots of jabs. And we do have some Sofa. Sofa, great choice, naturally, here against the knight and horse archer combination. We also have the first crossbow on the way for Roos, though.
I mean, the crossbows won't be too much a problem if it just keeps up with the javelin and Donzo production on top of the Sofa. I think long term, I'm going to like Mr. Munch's comp a lot better. The tricky thing is he needs to ramp up really quickly, whereas Anovaku is still reaching for those relics. There's number 4 right there.
Yeah, as long as he can protect his 5th relic there on the left, I guess he's okay with this. Roos's economy will still be pretty insane for, let's say, 5 minutes, and then the Pro Scout deal will have completely run out. And then they will fall into a little bit of a hole, but until then, you're in real trouble. 7 knights already on the field.
Anovaku's got a lot of wood behind his base as well. He's got 3 pretty good chunks of wood. He's eaten into one of them mostly. He's got gold berries. He's going to need to start thinking about that farm transition, but there's enough wood he could do it. He just needs to be that. You're right, though. That's going to be the pivotal point. Like, if he doesn't have that ready to go, and here's relic number 5, trying to get it home, trying to race it back. The Sofa's not going to do enough damage, but he is sending the rest of the units in reserve. But at the same time, Anovaku coming in with a raid. They're going to find some villagers. 3 are going to go down in a heartbeat.
-3, and you know, we used to just joke about how Malians doesn't need villagers, but these days it feels pretty impactful to lose 3 villagers right off the bat. Knights are being pulled back. Not quite yet. Tower is not upgraded, so there's no real return fire here, and the Sofa can't contest with the... how many is that? 7? And there's the scouts to front line. Nice charge.
In the back of this, what we don't see is that the relic was dropped and then picked up by TheMrMunch, so he was able to take care of that on the back side of this. But this frontal assault looking pretty tough.
Big engagement. The Donzos already used the spear throw. That's a lot of dead Donzos, and they need to pull back here. But the Knights are trying to get on top of the Javs already. So if all of these Donzos die, there's really no contesting the Knights. Let's see. We have 8 Donzos. Most of them are in this pack right now. We only have 4 Sofas. The Knights might really be feasting here. This is already gonna be the game.
It's the mobility. He couldn't retreat fast enough. Yeah, he needed just another 30 seconds, maybe a minute or 2 to get a little bit beefier of a military to hold on to this. Problem is, he just couldn't retreat fast enough. He was losing too many reinforcements behind. However, he does have the Sofa now onto the Knights. Maybe he might be able to hold for the time being. The Horse Archer mass, though, is just looking very scary, and we do have a chop through on the side there.
Yeah, that was a little bit surprising. I didn't see that one, but doesn't pay attention here. It's gonna lose those 3 Knights for free. But yeah, so far, scary moment for TheMrMunch. How many barracks does he have right now, I wonder? Or how many production buildings in general? Okay, that's 254. We're just gonna switch to a full comp of Sofa Archer now. Interesting choice. I mean, it's a classic Mali choice. We're gonna get the Steeled Arrow in right now for both sides. Steeled Arrow only now for Anovaku. He has so many resources. That's a never oversight. Relic is not gonna make it home.
Horse Archer mass. It feels, though, a little bit like a house of cards. If Anovaku loses that mass, it's going to be hard to build it back. He does have a lot of food.
I wonder what he's going to play. He has 4 tickets. If he just sells some wood now, he's going to go Imp.
Without a farm transition, that makes me a little nervous. It'd be a quick power play.
Oh, he stole 3 deer from the left side still. So he's fine for a little bit longer, and he can still take the boar of his opponent.
It definitely feels like an Imperial play now, looking at the numbers.
Yeah, is he gonna
He's got enough deer. I feel like the deer right there definitely makes you feel like you can hold on for a long enough push with that.
Quick decision time. Is he gonna drop a huge mean tower in front of the Mali base and go from there? Or is he gonna go for the cheaper siege?
I think he'd go for the cheaper siege, but it would be pretty fun to see the tower. The fun choice would be...
Sacred Side against... Okay, High Armory. I was gonna say, that is a very nice position with the Sacred Side and the big gold.
Spasskaya right there would feel really fun. It would have been the fun choice. Instead, we get what's probably the better long-term choice.
I mean, the fun choice is the better siege, right? You want to have all of those beautiful rams. Okay, nobody's gonna go rams. They're just gonna go bombers.
Fun for Anovaku, I suppose.
Oh,
not so fun for
Horse
TheMrMunch, who has
in the base, and the villagers are not near the town center. Oh god, it's gonna be horrible.
Oh, goodbye, all the villagers. And again, the mobility is what's coming back to kill TheMrMunch. He just can't catch up to this fast enough, and they don't even care about the town centers.
Second TC will save 8 villagers. That's very nice, and you can make up some of the losses. Nice body blocks here to keep the horse archers, but we're blocking with vills. You don't want to be blocking with vills. That is 18 dead. I mean, that was a lot of horse archers, I'll say that. And we're going Imperial with no army while there's 17 so far on the map. Oh. Close one.
That would have been really juicy.
Okay, Anovaku is really a little bit, yeah, he's gonna be in dire straits in a second if TheMrMunch realizes that, you know, the enemy army is dead.
Imperial into GG, anybody? I mean, that was quite a dive, and that it kind of falls into the classic don't push when you're, you know, aging up. And like I said, the House of Cards could disappear if he didn't have a follow-up army, and he threw away all those horse archers. As a close run by villagers getting away with one there. But now
just act cool.
Second punch.
Cool.
Because now Mr. Munch gets to have his turn, and can Anovaku hold on long enough to stabilize? And remember, he's got no food behind this after the berries and deer run out, and they will run out. If he can't get a farm transition down, I worry for Anovaku. The timing might not be there. There are some knights in reserve trying to bring things back.
Alright, let's see if Mr. Munch can do some damage here. We do have quite a big army of knights coming out of Anovaku, and the Imperial upgrade is through for them. Horse Archer upgrade is not far away. And we've got... He's just gonna stick on knights and horse archers. I mean, it's decent, but we have very low numbers of horse archers. If Mr. Munch can snipe them out, which he's trying to do right now, his Donzo will be uncontested here. The knights cannot hold this. There's not enough of them.
Point. Using the houses as a choke point. Pretty good here for Mr. Munch. Getting the most value out of those units right there.
Nice sofa raid on the
just
side.
Sitting around.
But the reinforcements sticking in the back, that is a little rough. I mean, Mr. Munch is winning this fight after a fashion, but he could be winning much harder if his reinforcement would actually join.
Hey, you know, a win's a win, right?
A win's a win, but you know, you could just completely destroy your opponents. How is Anovaku's production line looking?
Where would the drama be in that?
Hey, sorry.
Villagers running for the TC. Not all of them can fit.
We only got 2 knights. We've got one horse archer. It is Imperial into GG, as you call it. Mr. Munch, probably. I mean, the reinforcements. Come on, can we move in?
He definitely needs the reinforcements, and he needs some siege of some sort. He needs to make sure this blow is a killing blow. Right now, looking at the villager kill count, things have stabilized and now in favor of Mr. Munch. He's killed 25 to the 20 that Anovaku gave to him.
Yeah, but we also got more than half the Rus Eco sitting in some sort of building.
At this point, Mr. Munch trying to not lose steam here. But looking at the numbers, I mean, the military numbers 41 to 4. I mean, he just needs to mass up and send it.
If Mr. Munch realizes the position he's in, he's gonna win this. But if I'm looking at his resources, I am very scared that he's gonna go Imperial.
Yeah, and that definitely would not be the choice here.
That's gonna give Anovaku a second win. Because he does have high trade house, and he does have a lot of hunting cabins, and he does have 5 relics.
I just see all the blobs of military for Munch back on his side of the base. You don't want to let your foot off the gas pedal when you're this close. He's sending some more sofa over. That should help clean things up and keep Anovaku on the back foot on the ropes. You just cannot let him get any kind of food. And he is going wide for food, trying to get those villagers snuck out, trying to find more berries. And this is the tricky thing, right? I was saying in the beginning, going Imperial sounds spooky, but without the food behind it, without the farm transition to sustain yourself in Imperial Age, what happens when you throw away your military? And this is exactly what happens.
So the moral of the story is, guys, don't throw your military away. Okay, we already learned it, but a Spiskaya tower in the middle there would have been real nice because the high trade house value, the high armory value, was so far absolutely 0.
More damage. At this point, Anovaku seems to be just kind of struggling. In the food count, if you look at it, I mean, he's got half the food income that Mr. Munch has. Well, it was half. Now he's got
Munch is going in
found some food somewhere.
Griobara?
Griobara.
Okay. I mean...
Oh, that's so many bills.
I am the biggest fan of the Griobara, also of the Discord, but at the same time I think to myself, you know what? A big old keep there near the sacred site on the big gold.
You really want someone to put a keep right there.
I really want someone to put a keep right there. Second town center coming up for Anovaku now. He is now at less than half of the economy that his opponent has. But he does have 5 relics.
Well, that's excluding the fact that Mr. Munch is full cow boom. I mean, really, just take that and cut it in half again.
I'm trying to make this glass half full, okay?
I'm Mr. Pessimist today. I really just wish Mr. Munch would have just, instead of making a Griobara, just grind those resources into more not more villagers, but into more units.
Oh, I don't know about trying to burn that with the vills. I would have just sent some sofas over, but let's see, because now they're just gonna sit in that tower and how many vills do you think will die?
Bold move, Cotton.
One.
Bold move.
I guess there's the second one down. But yeah,
no, I think that was a win.
that was a win. Anovaku trying to find some damage. He's going
for who.
pure knights now, by the way. And Munch, he went imp, and then not really a whole lot of units, but his Dondos are in the perfect position. And get one spear throw in. Luckily, Anovaku notices.
Of all the spots to poke, that was probably the one spot that Anovaku cannot poke into.
I mean, he knows where the vills are, and I guess he just wanted to go to the right side there, near the big gold. What is that guy doing?
Hiding.
Okay, just hanging out, just hanging out.
I heard the screams on the other side of the forest when
he does. You see, the problem is he does have a command line to somewhere else in the base, so he's not idle. He just can't find a way.
Just can't find a way. Oh, you know, let's throw in the guys who are weak to arrow fire and have them take down the tower instead. Well, this time, at least they've got enough numbers to do it.
I'm fine with this. Look at that.
I'm being more facetious, but yeah, that'll be really quick. Oh, +6 for Mr. Munch.
Anovaku is really... I mean, look at his economy. He's at sub 40 villagers now at 25 minutes. It is not looking great in that respect, but he does have 16 elite knights against the 30 Donzos and 15 so far that are on the field.
The knights are scary. I'm trying to gauge just how scary I think they are, because...
Not enough.
It's formidable, but not enough. Yeah, it's kind of where I'm lining up. Mental math is telling me not quite enough to deal with everything that Munch has.
The thing is, if he would have an open Mali base where he can try to find some damage and keep Mr. Munch running after his army, then I guess he's some definition of fine, but... okay, now he has Mr. Munch running after his army, but Mr. Munch is also raiding his base. There's some Sofa going to the back. Okay, he already noticed.
I still think Munch could have, and I think this is probably the caster, the god vision coming in, where we as casters can see that Mr. Munch was so far ahead, he just needed to make some rams and close the game out. Keep making units. Instead, he decided to sit back, go imp, which is, I guess you could say it's a safer choice, because you're betting you don't, run out of steam pushing into your opponent's base.
Third town
but it does slow the game down and give a chance back to Anovaku, as multiple town centers down, trying to regain some parity in villager number.
Anovaku is going into regular archers now. I wonder, what upgrade status do we have on those guys? Looks like they're veteran, not elite just yet. The Sofas are a little bit stuck here. The numbers currently favor Mr. Munch, but that's a lot of arrow fire coming from all sides. These archers are not looking super healthy. Looks like Munch will break through though, and I mean, it's a lot of idle time. All the town centers, the extra farms there. If you look at Anovaku's food income, it is rather sad compared to Mr. Munch's right now.
Yeah, he's trying to get those farms up. He's running out of all the external sources of food. Sending the knights home to try and clean this up. Again, the tricky thing though is, like, long term, you're idling 29 of your 33 right now, right this second. You're still behind this. You know Mr. Munch is going to make more units. I feel like long term, where's your road to victory? Like, how do you claw your way back in? He's got tithe barns in, so Anovaku's going to be getting some extra resources. He's got, 5 of the relics, which is a good boost. But on the other hand, Munch has got way more villagers, and even if he didn't, he's got the cow boom in full effect.
We've got 35 villagers. I don't think you claw your way into anything right now.
You don't. Yeah, you pray your opponent, makes a very, very critical mistake. And I'm trying to think of what kind of mistake that could be besides Mr. Munch taking all his villagers and accidentally hitting the delete key.
Okay, I just had a horrible flashback, but I'm not going to talk about that one.
Do you mean
no, you can't hit the delete key, cow. Stop it. Anyway, if you just look at max population, we've got some 70 for Anovaku, and we've got some 170 for Mr. Munch. I can hear some bells tolling. The thing is, there's still no sacred sites taken. There's still no control on the outside golds. That's a little rough. That might be a way back into the game. I don't think it's gonna be, but we'll see.
At this point, where this is like when you watch like a sports game and the game is so lopsided, but there's still time on the clock, and so You start talking about random stuff instead of the game because the game's kind of a foregone conclusion.
Okay, what random stuff do you want to talk about? Also, we've got sacred sites being captured. Stop listening to the They're on a 5-minute delay, guys. It's fine.
Well, while we have time, as we're watching villagers continue to trickle up, 71 kills, by the way, of villagers. Munch has done some severe damage. But while we're here, we can talk about where these guys want to go. As the army comes in, trying to clean things up, make this one last hurrah.
Oh, if there was like 20 more Streltsy here, this would be a somewhat even fight. But like this, even in this chokehold that makes most of the Donzos completely useless, Munch is gonna win this fight overwhelmingly, yep. And Anovaku knows
there it is. Oh, good. I'm spared having to come up with more talking points. I was going to say you could support the channel on Twitch. If you like what you're seeing, all subscriptions are going to the event right now as well. So for everyone who's watching and enjoying Game 1 of our first qualifiers of King of the Rockies 2025, you can subscribe, and that money's going to go to funding the event.
This is usually the part where we say, and all of your donations go straight into the prize pool, but that is not so this time around because
we've already got a prize pool.
We have a lot of prize pool because World's Edge was nice enough. You know, we also fought quite a bit for that. But yeah, World's Edge is actually sponsoring $15,000 prize pool for us, which is the biggest prize pool we've ever had. Whew. Still, you know how giddy I was when they approved that? It was like, wow.
It's awesome. Super awesome. And it comes from support from the community, right? Because this would not have happened without support. Now, before we move on, I do want to point out, look at that Imperial timing from Anovaku, and look at the shift in military value lead. Just look at the shift from where he went Imperial. And this is why you never throw away your military.
He was just fine, and then he decided, you know what? I don't need these 30 horse archers.
Dive the base. Dive the base. Let them ride into their last death. Like, send them. Theirs is not to question why, theirs is but to do and die, and that is what they did. And that's why you don't send your squishy military units into the heart of your opponent's 2TC base when you're hitting up in age. Yeah. And that's kind of the game. That was kind of how it turned out, because up until that point, Anovaku was, I think, ahead.
Oh yeah, I think so too. I was gonna say the Imperial choice is a little bit greedy, but you know, everything's going for him. He has a huge army, he has 5 relics. He can make that play and still be safe, even though he doesn't have the farm transition yet. But, you know, without an army, then it's a little bit of a different story.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Oh, did Cow say he will match the 15k? I think what Cow actually said is he is going to actually honor his word from Garrison and let us shave him.
Oh, is that so?
You know, I think we should make that so.
In the chat. We should make that so. We should make that putting words into the cow's mouth. Oh, that's funny.
You said that live on stream. I remember that.
Balding cow. We've got a rather classic matchup coming up here. HRE versus English. I don't know if I've seen that matchup in particular.
Okay.
In a high level tournament in some time. Most because who picks English in today's age?
There's one map in particular that makes English not quite as horrible. Okay, English is not horrible, guys. English is an okay civ. It is just a little slow to contest pro scouts. And the way you usually play it is the 2TC, so your eco can compete. But, you know, there's the map that I was looking at, because this map might actually make a longbow rush quite feasible.
Yeah, the distance between the TCs on Cliffside is not that far. I could see it being viable. The question is it enough against what HRE can do? I mean, it depends on how HRE plays it, but that'll be fun. It's a matchup you don't see too often at this level of play. Looking back at this game still, though, man, I'm still kind of reeling. Anovaku had so much going for him and then lost it. It's got to feel bad when you do that and then having to reset and go into game 2. It's got to feel really rough.
It does feel really rough. By the way, nice detail. He actually had the Boyar's Fortitude quite early, which you want to have for your fighting. But if you look at his range damage upgrades, that kind of hurts if you don't even have +1 for your horse archers.
Especially, yeah. Yeah, well, and then just throwing them into the base. Like we said, House of Cards, it all kind of came tumbling there. But next match, HRE versus English on Cliffside. I'm trying to think of how... I'm really curious how Anovaku's going to play this as English. Like, do we get the 2TC King play? I feel like that's a little slow versus what HRE wants to do. The longbow rush is intriguing to me. I'm like, it just feels like an all or nothing kind of play, but like you mentioned, the TCs are close enough. You could make that work.
Hey, if the spawn is, I'll say, bad enough, you can make a villager rush work. But
I mean,
I don't expect to see one. I don't want to curse this any more than it already
it'd be
is.
A really fast game.
But I really kind of want to see a council hall in a good old longbow rush. Even though HRE historically is quite good at fighting English in feudal.
Yeah. I mean, they get men-at-arms. They get they have some ways around that.
You also get faster archers, but you know, with the distance being so short and English if they can put up a tower and get a decent longbow mass, you're in trouble. But we'll see. I am kind of excited to maybe see a council hall for the first time in forever.
Well, we'll see as we dive in here into the game. Mr. Munch has the red on the west side this time. It's Holy Roman Empire. On the east again is Anovaku is the English in yellow. This time we do need to swap the colors and what side they're on.
And we've got Mr. Munch on the other side playing the Holy Roman Empire in the red.
That gold's pretty forward for both players.
Yeah, forward gold for HRE, but you know, you don't necessarily need as much. There is no villager rush, so let's not talk about that anymore. Anovaku not even scouting anywhere near the base. He's just gonna go for the full circle behind the base now. But yeah, we'll see. I kind of don't expect to see a council hall, by the way. I fully expect this to be a king play, but there might still be a feudal attack behind that.
That's fair. Yeah, I was gonna say council hall it doesn't feel like it's been in the meta for quite a long time. Like anything could happen.
Those were the days.
It definitely isn't what I would expect. I do think the king, probably a 2TC play. The standard old English, you know. Maybe a white tower drop. Maybe an aggressive white tower drop on that golden sacred site in the middle. Like you so wanted to see last game.
Oh, Munch looking to be quite happy with his sheep hall. He's definitely gonna be okay. What do you think? Is it gonna be mine work for a potential cheaper defense upgrades and Steel Arrow, or are we gonna see the Aachen?
Not sure. We see some English players English vills doing some English jigs.
They're just dancing.
I'm trying to think of what Munch is gonna do with this.
And there we go. It's gonna be the classic English. We are not going to see any aggression.
I mean, the right play now would be for Munch just to go straight to castle and just flood the earth men-at-arms. It is gonna be the Aachen Chapel. And the Abbey of Kings. Big surprise.
You know, HRE can just turn that around quite easily. If they see the second TC, they could just burger in the middle of the map and walk down the hill.
They really could. And honestly, a forward, even just putting the burger in the front of the base and then just spamming men-at-arms out. There's a pretty good window there.
Yeah, but for now,
if the king can mess things up here for Munch at all. Because if the king can do any kind of real annoying damage stuff, then maybe he could slow Mr. Munch down just enough. But I don't know that the king's going to get away with too much here. Munch is a pretty good player. At this level of play, it feels like it's hard to get that much value out of the king.
What do you mean, hopeful Aachen, Neri? That is a defensive wood Aachen. That is about as hopeful as, you know, I guess you expect to make some archers in feudal, and it's all behind. All chapels are hopeful. Thank you. That is the attitude we need right here.
Chapels are hopeful. There's your joke for the day. That's funny. That's a funny play on words there.
When the English get to crown a king, so do we, by the way, folks. Anyone else excited for King of the Rockies and seeing if Wham can defend his title?
You know, we don't usually have kings in America, but we'll make an exception for the King of the Rockies.
If you look at Munch's resources right now, by the way, this kind of looks like a Pro Scout play, but he only has 5 on wood, so he still needs the stable.
I still think you just get the castle lickety split and then send off
with
some
10 on
men-at-arms
wood
and
now,
have some fun.
and
But it is
Pro
professional
Scouts.
scouts. And that could still be a fast castle play into men-at-arms. I just want to see the earth flooded with men-at-arms.
Right, so far we just see the classic build orders. Anovaku is about to pull off the stone. There we go. 352. Oh no, he overgoverned by 2. Ruined. And where does he put it?
Right now.
Yeah, does he put
and
it
they
next
call
to...
an S-tier tournament.
Please. We're not,
Meanwhile,
we're not
we all know
S-tier,
that if
by the way,
Ascot or I were
because
doing
we're
this,
only
it'd
at
be,
15k, we need 20.
If Ascot or I were doing this, we'd be over by like 300 or something.
Okay, that's kind of offensive, I feel like.
Okay, if I were to be doing this, I'd be over by like 4, you know.
Okay.
You know.
5 minutes flat. Here comes the town center. And he's gonna put it all the way over in the back on the deer camp.
Wow.
Classic.
That is way, way back there.
You know, I enjoy this because, you know, his opponent is going pro scout, so that is at least one deer camp denied. But we don't know that he's going pro scouts just yet. He's gonna be scouting the stable in a second. Pro scout's already done. And we have a wall in the back.
I guess he's worried about the king coming in that way.
Oh yeah, I mean, just get that one off your chest and not have to worry about the king sneaking into your woodline.
Speaking of king sneaking, where is he right now?
Still in production.
Oh, he's still in. Oh, there he is. There he is. He was in production. That's right.
I mean, he's still being crowned. And here we go.
I'm still like every time, and I don't see English enough. I keep forgetting that they delayed because he used to pop out right away. You know, I forget that they've given it the couple second delay.
I mean, we also hold qualifiers for that, so yes, they do the same.
Spears and a tower on that gold right away, just in time to meet the king.
Spears already out. Unfortunately, we're just barely out of range for the network buff. Otherwise, this spear might actually be giving the king a hard time. And here comes the charge on the scouts.
That scout's gonna be a goner. Ooh, the body
scout.
block.
There we go.
Oh, that spear coming in super clutch to save the scout.
And second spear out. So this king's usefulness is pretty much over. He's just trying to be as annoying as he can be. Just trying to save a little bit of time. But MrMunch going with 8 on the gold now. So he is heading straight to Castle Age with the Pro Scouts play, fueling his food income. And the Aachen, of course. Just a hunch. Can we quickly check if the Aachen has an inhabitant? Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Do we know if Munch has seen the stone from Anovaku? I don't think so. Noticed if he's got a scout, so he should expect a second town center. Like that's the build. You expect that to be the case.
I mean, the thing is, you see flat 5-minute English age up, and you see a king coming out.
Yeah.
It is either a very interesting white tower rush on you, or it is you know, a second town center somewhere.
Rest of the deer coming in now for Munch. He's gonna have food for a very, very long time. King coming back in. Tower though is there.
He's gonna make the connection, and unfortunately this is not a French knight, so he needs 3 hits. Is he just gonna YOLO dive the king for that kill? I don't know about that one. But the tower was busy shooting, and he might get a second. No, never mind. He doesn't get the second kill. That would be altogether too greedy. Unfortunately, this tower does not have arrow slits just yet, and it is in the back, so these longbows will actually be able to fully deny the gold, assuming they don't go back.
Well, they're thinking about going back. King's taking a breather first, and then I'm sure he'll be back for some more. The spear's looking a little rough over there. Not enough to hold back what those longbows want to do.
Oh, Munch realizes that his gold is exposed, and he wants to get this done as fast as he can. Already has the food, but okay, no scout. But the longbows now have the vision.
There's the horseman now. Finally, the answer comes in. He was waiting on a couple horsemen. He needed to get all the gold he could right now.
And 2 horsemen against 5 longbows. It's a rough match, and with the king here, these longbows could actually turn around and kill these horsemen.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't. He dropped one for pretty much no reason. Was going back for the spear, but all right, longbow goes down. Horseman just gets picked off. That's the extra range of the longbows coming into play there. But there, Burgrave down, then canceled, and he's gonna switch to the Regnants.
Yeah, he's not sure if he can make the timing work still.
Yeah, there's just enough longbows now to make it spooky. Anovaku's done a good job of keeping his military just big enough to be a threat.
Oh, we don't even have enough gold right now to produce a second prelate, or a third prelate, I guess. He's getting one from the town center right now. Where are the relics? One is all the way up, and one is on 3, basically on the bottom side, and the 5th one is north.
Ooh, villagers getting picked off. He's lost 3 already, now 4. He needs to get these relics in very quick. 5 now. That's starting to feel pretty rough. On top of the 2 TCs from Anovaku behind this, he's done a really good job. This fast castle play, it like almost wasn't fast enough, right?
It's working out real nice right now with 5 pickoffs here. And TheMrMunch does not have a blacksmith just yet, so these longbows with their natural +1 damage, if they get a blacksmith upgrade, they might still be competing with the men-at-arms that TheMrMunch is going in right now.
And 6 dropped here, 10-15 to get up to H3. It feels slow. Obviously, he had to make some military units, but it feels like making military units plays into what English wants to do, and that is slow you down while they scale behind this.
Yeah, Anovaku now starting to get his horticulture. Does he already have farms in play? No, he's going on the berries.
Well, the tricky thing is if the gold was in the back for TheMrMunch, I think he would have had an age up a lot faster. But with the gold up in the front and getting sniped with the prelate, that feels pretty bad.
Did you see that A move? That was beautiful. He sees the relic disappear and he finds the prelate perfectly.
Great read from Anovaku. That was a beautiful read. He's already done pretty good. He's shown us he can grab all the relics last game. This one, just get the last hit.
Okay, I was gonna say, okay, first the prelate keeps standing there and awaiting his doom. Then the other king pulls back.
I think you're happy by even just slowing down and getting one prelate killed. At this point, Anovaku definitely in the driver's seat here. He threw away game number 1, but game number 2 seems to be his to lose.
Oh no, he has a huge army coming in and there is no protection on the Aachen right now. TheMrMunch does not have enough military to contest his army. Kind of rough that Anovaku doesn't have the steeled arrow, but he can still just go in with impunity because TheMrMunch also doesn't have range defense.
He just upgraded the men-at-arms, but that's it. He just can't hold this, and he knows it. And GG's called a quick game number 2 as we have a tied-up series 1-1.
You know what? I just saw longbows win a game. It kind of feels nice.
It was almost a longbow rush. It was almost like a house council hall rush, almost.
It was kind of a longbow rush after you went to TC. Yep. Munch with the back tower against the king, but then the longbows move in and we find out that the back tower against extra range archers is not great.
I'm just thinking, like, man, that gold in the front really should have lit a fire under TheMrMunch a little bit more to know it kind of did, but it was like a little too late, you know? I think it's tough because if that was in the back, I think he has enough time to get up to castle a little faster, get a little better tempo going. But he hit castle age at 10 minutes and like 15 seconds.
He was just confident that he could get out castle units immediately. Otherwise, you know, you just second tower that and you're fine. But if you make 2 horsemen and still go castle, it's not enough if your opponent kind of commits like Anovaku just did, as we saw.
Well, and credit get due to Anovaku. He knew what was happening. He saw the units come out. He kept the pressure just enough pressure to really kind of tighten things around TheMrMunch to take the win.
I mean, I don't think he expected this attack to really do as much damage as it did, because he went castle behind that. He just wanted to annoy the gold, get a little bit of damage done, but he got so much damage.
Yeah, he dropped like 6 vills on the gold vein. I mean, that was a really good couple pickoffs, and the longbows just with the extra range really showing why they're such a dangerous unit. But we go on to game 3, tied up, and here it is, the map we've all been waiting for. You want to introduce us to this map, Askeladd?
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Front Range, the newest creation of Avely, which he made specifically for our King of the Rockies tournament. We're excited to see it. EGC will also be using that in their next tournament series, which the name of escapes me right now. I'm sorry for that, but I was also out of commission for 6 weeks. Anyway, Front Range. Let me see what I remember. We've got gold in the mountains. It is actually on the mountains. It's beautiful.
There's gold in them there hills, as they would say in Denver back in the olden days.
And we've got 2 sacred sites, if I remember correctly. Do I?
Well,
you know what? Let's just actually look at the map.
I'll write that down. He says there's 2. If you're wrong, we might have to throw you off the channel. Munch going with
all matches
French
are best
here.
of 5, by the way.
Best of 5. We're tied up at 1. We got quite a couple more games to go, and we are diving right in. Here it is. Oh man, what a beautiful looking map. This looks like Denver, because if anyone's been to Denver, this is how it is. Denver would be right where that market is at in the southeastern corner. That's where Denver would be. And the mountains would be lined up north to south, kind of like that on the western side. This is a lot like what Denver looks like this time of year. Actually, no, it's a lot more brown this time of year. It'll be hopefully a little greener when we go.
Cow, stop being mean, please. You know, I was focusing on the map because I really didn't want to talk about the matchup too much.
Yeah, House of Lancaster into French. Yeah, we're ignoring that for the time being. Mr. Munch, of course, as the red as the French. Anovaku has another English civ as House of Lancaster. He really just likes the English units. You know, he just likes the look and the sound.
It's a nice civ, I guess. One nice aspect of this map, by the way, is there's stealth forest all the way in the mountains, which I guess is also like Denver, I don't know. But we've got these outposts here that you can capture for the full vision. And that is hopefully going to be one of the main aspects of fighting up there for the resources. And there we have the gold in the mountains. By the way, one aspect of the map, all of the gold on the map is small. Except for that
out
big
there and
vein
be a
in the
prospector.
middle.
Nice big gold vein in the middle there. That's the big one. Wait, no, not that one. There is a big one somewhere, isn't there? Are they all small?
There was one. Did they really change things again? I'm fine. I'm fine with all golds being small. Scout being annoying here. Oh my god, he was really annoying, but he's also super low HP.
Right there. We got a normal one right there. 4,000, right by the sacred site.
Let's call it the big one, okay? Because in this map it is big.
That's the big one. I'm gonna use my Denver voice for this one here.
Oh my.
Oh, you can't do it, sir. You're too European for this. You gotta hit the real American sound like the real Western man he is. You just gotta remember, there's gold up there. We're gonna go find it.
It's sad.
I'm gonna get you a break. I'll do it. I can do it.
The only good voice we've got in Europe is Myriad, but I'm trying, right?
I'm surprised your voice isn't that low, just from how sick you've been.
I was also in an amusement park for 6 hours today already before this, so yeah, I'm a little dead. But let's talk about the matchup real quick. It is going to be Mr. Munch on the French versus Anovaku's House of Lancaster. The reason being for this to basically be called unplayable is Lancaster's not really attackable in Feudal Age unless they kill themselves by being too greedy. And once they are Castle Age, you know, French just gets overwhelmed.
Yeah, this doesn't feel good for French. And there's not... I'm just trying to think, like, I guess the only plus side is that eventually Anovaku's going to need to leave his base for the gold. And the only place you can find the gold is up in the hills. And I guess the knights could do pretty good up there in the hills, you know. You don't think of knights as being, you know, up in mountains, but here it might work. That's the only thing I can think of that might be a plus for Mr. Munch, is the gold will run out, and he's going to have to move out. That's the one thing House Lancaster can't just get for free. So, but then again, how much gold does Anovaku really need, right? He can live on a budget. House of Lancaster
He can live on a budget. He needs some upgrades. But you know, the first upgrade for your manners, plus 3 doesn't actually need gold. 207? Hold on. Oh my lord. It's been so long. I've been out of commission for over 5 weeks. I'm very sorry.
Anovaku already shooting down the deer. Is he gonna go pro scouts on top of this?
No,
no
you don't. You
no
don't
way.
pro
He's just
scout
doing it to be silly, right? He's just doing it to push him away.
He just wants to annoy Mr. Munch as much as he can.
I wish we could change the deer to elk for this. I guess there are deer in Denver as well. I guess we got more elk here in the Pacific Northwest, but We did see one on our hike. I'm hearing from Cal. We did. So fun fact, last year, after King of the Rockies was over, the morning after, for some reason, we decided to go on a hike. It was me, GUA, I think Mr. Munch, actually, right? No, Soldier. It was Soldier. Sorry, I'm mixing up. And then we had Cal with us as well. We went up to go on a hike up in the mountains, and it was an absolute blast. I lost my sunglasses in the Uber on the ride to the airport afterwards, but we saw an elk live up in the mountains. I'm glad we didn't see any bear.
And everyone survived the experience. That's nice.
Oh yeah, it was beautiful. Oh, it was gorgeous. We were walking down. There was a little creek alongside the trail, and we saw an elk just standing in all its majesty, just as God intended, up in the wilderness. It was a deer, not an elk. Excuse me, deer. But it was like a full buck. It was a beautiful creature. So more reason to go out to
quickly point out here. We've got one knight on the field, and otherwise we're going full greed. Mr. Munch is taking all the resources on the map, and we do have, yes, thank you, Cow. There's 275 gold on that. You're right, you're right. And Anovaku is not taking any gold, so he's going to go 3 manors into Castle Age, very likely.
Royal Plucko, this map is wild. It's the Wild West of Denver.
Smooth.
I'm just gonna keep doing that until people tell me to stop. Cow hiking. Do I have? I think we did take a photo at some point. I have to go digging for it. My wife probably has it somewhere. It was a great day though. Beautiful weather. It was perfect. It should be even nicer weather this year, given that it'll be fall time because it was a little warm. It should be beautiful. So if you were looking to go, seriously, you should exclamation point. I think tickets. Take a look at tickets for the event, and then if you're in Denver, we'll go on a hike afterwards. It was fun. Everyone's welcome.
I am so looking forward to the tourist experience. I'm also looking forward to the tournament. It kind of made it sound like I was there for the other thing, but it's gonna be great either way. Archery range coming up for the French now. We have 2 knights and more in production. So Mr. Munch is gonna double down on Feudal Age for now. And we've got Anovaku going 3 manors and no upgrade to get more so far.
Pretty slow game to start things out. Yeah. First night, I'm going to take a poke. Everything's already there. He's not going to get any real damage done. Maybe 1? Nope, doesn't hit it. Loses the scout. Almost loses the knight. 2 HP and it's down. Anovaku getting away with one there.
Outer space, that last hit.
Yeah, that last one, just that one last. I mean, I just imagine there's a guy in that little building, just one last arrow and nails it every time. Knight down. That's actually a pretty big loss for Mr. Munch. I mean, you're already in a matchup that's really tough. You do not want to be dropping knights left and right.
Condensed land practices. Is that a thing for Denver?
No, it's a giant sprawl. There is no condensing in the wild of Denver. Actually, Denver's really not that wild. It's everything that's west of Denver is really wild. No, it's a giant sprawl. It's going to take you an hour. For anyone who's planning on going out there, plan for an hour Uber from the airport past the demonic blue horse all the way to the event.
It's still so strange for me that there's a demonic blue horse. But,
yeah, it's strange for me too. Trust me, that's not just you. That's weird, okay? As someone who's not from Denver, that's weird. And there is, you can, we talked about it on the podcast with Draxos this last, I think it was 2 weeks ago or last week? 2 weeks ago. There's a giant blue demonic horse statue that apparently killed the guy who built it. That's outside the airport of Denver. So for your reference right here, it'd be where that sacred site is at. Is about where in Denver. You know, it's about...
Let's quickly talk about this game, you know. Anovaku is going for 6 manors, and, you know, Mr. Munch is going for French things and is fully committing to Feudal Age. And 6 manors, I'll say it is survivable. It is okay. Munch already lost a knight. That is not great for him.
Not at all.
He's also being very greedy, very effective on the map, taking the boar right there, and taking the second boar. So he's going to have a great income.
Oh, might lose some more knights here, though. That was flying close to the sun.
Yeah, he's trying to find some damage going around, but he's also exposing his army there in the back, and he doesn't have enough to actually protect his archers from the spears, so he could just be run down. But I'll say, if Anovaku now goes for 9 manors, I think he might just die.
Yeah, Munch is taking his share of the pie for sure. Back to the blue horse real quick. For those who also are curious, it also has laser eyes. I'm not even joking. You can Google it.
They glow. It's beautiful.
It's so like, strange.
It's like, why does this exist? We see Anovaku prepping some archery ranges here. So he is going to go into archer spear defense. And lots of spears. Only one archer so far. He's gonna commit a little bit to feudal age so as to not die. I applaud his caution. I think that's a great idea. But TheMrMunch, having smelt that and having forced out those archery ranges, he's going castle.
I mean, I think if he can just keep surviving. Oh, some good pickups there. He needed that. He's now killed 4. Loses the knight, though. Ah, that hurts.
Only the one, though. It is still fine. He has 4 kills. He has 2 lost knights. And now he can pick out some spears here.
Yeah, at this point now, he's got enough archers. He can kind of start picking the spears off. That's good. I wish he hadn't lost that knight, because you're already down the 1 knight, dropping another. He does have the 4 villager kills. He is on the boar. This game's turning out to be a little more even than we would have anticipated off the bat. However, gold is going to be the issue moving forward here in the next 5 to 10 minutes.
I mean, if the game goes long enough, the French economy is actually going to be catching up, or rather overtaking the House of Lancaster. But we've got 6 manors right now, so basically Anovaku is still ahead, even though Munch is out there on the boar and has more vills.
Munch is definitely doing the right thing, though, by doing that. Like, he's got to get everything he can to get back in this. Guildhall comes down. I like that choice.
Guildhall. I mean, Guildhall is basically your Imperial option, right? It is your late game option. It says, I'm probably not gonna YOLO dive into the base. He also only has 4 knights, so I guess it is.
You're not going to anyways.
The long-term solution.
Hear me out. What's the one thing everyone's gonna need here in about 10 minutes?
In about 10 minutes, we might be running out of gold and food. You know, both.
That Guildhall is such a brilliant long-term game plan, because Anovaku will run out, and again, he might not need as much, but TheMrMunch is going to be able to have that late game might be his ticket, because in Castle Age, what's he going to get over House of Lancaster? We were already kind of saying, you just kind of die, which, fair. If TheMrMunch can't survive Castle, he just dies, but if he can survive, that Guildhall is going to pay some big dividends late in the game.
I was really not gonna try to hurt you like that, but you know, manors actually give you gold in Imperial.
Oh, they do? Okay. In Imperial Age? Okay, well.
Yeah. If you get the upgrades.
Can get there.
Oh, look at that. Anovaku thought, you know, my delayed feudal push while my opponent castles worked out great last time. Let's see if we can do it again. Where are the knights?
Ooh, and they're not close enough. Sacrificing the archers to hit the spears. Doing pretty good damage on those. The knights coming in now at the backup. It's a bit of a cat and mouse. TheMrMunch lost a lot of archers, picked off a lot of spears, but is it enough? He is losing a couple of vills. That evens up the count, basically 3 to 4 now.
Unfortunately, you know, it's very hard to micro all of this at once while you charge in and you try to target fire with the archers.
Spears are almost done.
The spears are almost done, so these 2 knights, it's not enough.
It's not enough. He's going to have to abandon this position, and he's lost about everything doing it. He is Castle Edge, but you're right. This might be a castle in the GG. Munch needs reinforcements as soon as he can, and meanwhile, Anovaku's sitting on 20 archers and more. The yeomen, they're just going to keep pumping out.
I think it was an okay trade. The thing is, what Anovaku did here was he killed the 5 vills. They were dead anyway. The problem here is he also killed all of the army, which could have been castle army. Open field system coming in for Anovaku, so he's just going to commit to feudal age, you know? Let's just stay a little bit and see if we can survive this. And I think he can, because there's not enough knights right now to actually go for the dive.
I actually kind of like that choice, because what's he going to get in Castle Age that he doesn't have in Imperial Age right now? Crossbows maybe, but you're already going to use the yeomen. Knights of your own, I guess that's fair. But like, again, that requires gold, and there's only so much of that. You'd have to go out for it. I don't hate sticking around in feudal when you know your opponent's down on military, as long as he does something about this. Meanwhile, Munch, he knows he has got to hold on, and so he is going to hold out for better days to come while he walls up his side as best he can.
Actually, he knows nothing. He never scouted the mountains. He thinks the mountains are scary. There might be elk. Where are we going?
He's scared of Bigfoot.
You know, he's actually going blindly into the mountains. I guess he's gonna capture the post with all of his vills.
Lead to the hills. Lead to the hills. It's like, you know,
who needs scouts?
Ah, that just popped right up, and he's gonna go for the gold. He's finding the gold in them there hills. Someone's gonna have to stop me. I'm gonna keep saying it until someone clips it, the noise of that, and then starts playing it in Discord against me.
I am not going to stop you, but Mr. Munch is currently on 0 gold per minute. He cannot produce more knights, and he's just gonna be spamming archers while Anovaku goes castle age. And Anovaku...
I do like the choice for Munch to go out there, take that tower with the vills, knowing that there is gold up there, and then just getting right on it.
That is a very interesting position for that. It does not protect the next gold. He's just gonna build it in a safe space. I guess he doesn't know that Munch doesn't have his army there, or has ever scouted into the mountains at all. Never mind, he picked King's College.
Oh, there we go. He swapped. I think he realized the mistake.
Oh, that might be pretty scary, because this is a veteran army. This is a veteran army. He does not have a white tower to fall back to. And
where are the spears? He has no spears. He stopped making all military units. He made the 20 yeomen, and that was it. He has no spears in the field. Meanwhile, 5, almost 6 knights. That's enough to be spooky with the 22 archers behind. Oh, Anovaku might have overplayed his hand. He should have. We were saying he's going to keep up the pressure. Instead, he goes castle to follow Mr. Munch, giving Munch the time he needed to get back in this game. And suddenly, this is not going to be comfortable at all for Anovaku.
Munch is in a good position. The thing is, he probably doesn't know. He probably does not realize the position he is in right now. He certainly doesn't think that his opponent has 0 spears. King's College is done now. Let's see what Anovaku's choice here is. King's College, the greedy option, it gives you the better knights, because they will have extra bonus against the heavy. Or, you know, as Cow points out, there is the hill training, but we've got the Collar of SS instead.
Yeah. The hill training would be good for finding the gold in them there hills.
Oh, but Anovaku doesn't have enough gold right now to get his veterancy upgrades. The veteran yeoman would be pretty strong right now.
This is the crux of the game, right? There's no safe gold in Denver. You got to get up into the mountains, into the Rockies. You have to go.
29 archers now for Mr. Munch.
Munch doing a good job here. Meanwhile, behind this, he's got gold in reserve coming in from the guild hall as well. He understands the assignment.
He set his guild hall to gold. That is interesting to me. Very interesting. Usually you just leave it on food.
Yeah. I think he's really concerned about gold, but again, if he can find some food sources, or I mean, he was on the boar for a lot of that. There's lots of berries all around. Not that that's great.
He still has some options. I think what he definitely should be doing is, yeah, you know, sometimes you just queue your prelate a little bit behind your second one. It's not a prelate, it's a monk.
It do be like that. Just barely see it right there. That's actually hilarious.
Cow is so bored, he just checked all of the visions of all the players. What could they see at the edges of their screen?
The very edge of this random market he's not going to use.
Okay, we've got a rampage going, and Mr. Munch adding some arbalists, which of course will be a great choice. Anovaku, though, he already has 7 of these knights, and they are actually a match for the French Royal Knights. Munch trying to find some damage from the bottom.
Spears. Although his archers and his archers are getting upgraded right now. He doesn't really have a lot of spears. They are still feudal.
First farms trying to be added. And Munch does realize that there are some builds. And finds one.
Did he get one?
He got one. You know, it looked like he would get like 5 there, but they just decided to charge the same one, and the other one all hopped into the TC. Here comes the ram push on the manors, and there's 36 archers against the 33 yeomen.
Ooh, this is going to be tight. Those knights now coming in queue for Anovaku are going to matter so much. Another monk goes down.
But Munch is fully walled.
We got a stealth sheep. We got a spy sheep coming through the gate. Oh, that's hilarious. Meanwhile, Ram's getting targeted.
At the front. Let's see if these knights are enough of a front line. But right now, it looks like it. It looks like Munch will be taking this fight. Let's see how much these manors actually add. But I don't think against the castle army they will really matter at all. Munch is just going to go in with impunity.
One manor going down. 2 rams left alive, still pushing in. Meanwhile, diving under all this archer fire. He's going to drop quite a bit of archers. The knights, though, don't care about that, and they are going to chase down the yeomen.
Where are these yeomen going?
I don't really know. I guess they're looking at the rams, but it doesn't make a lot of sense.
I think it was a misclick on the arbalest. He realized there are arbalests in the mix, and he's spamming knights out to try and defend this because there's mass archers.
I think this might be game. This 43-5 military units. I think this might be game here.
This is real rough. TheMrMunch running out of gold there on the top side, but running out of gold is relative because at the same time he has a guild hall full of it, and he also has 1,400 in the bank.
The tricky thing is food. That's really the hard. You're right. The food is the hard part right now for him. He doesn't have anything else going. He's got 400 a minute, so if this push dies out, it's gonna die hard. He is losing some units in the.
No. This is really rough. Please notice this. Munch. Oh, he does. He does. Run.
He can off
he also finds a lot of vills there on the farms of Anovaku, and he breaks through to the left side. If he finds those vills up there, this game is just done.
They're gonna flee to the hills, but there's nowhere else to go once they're there.
Can we quickly check the vision? I don't think they see those camps, even with the outpost. No, they're just barely out of range. And with the gold up there being untouched, it kind of baits you into believing there's nothing. But TheMrMunch is going to check anyway. Let's see.
Oh, he does see up on the right. He sees them. That's so many. 24, 25 now. 26.
Yeah, that's just game.
That's going to be game. That's so many.
Anovaku is going into Hobilars behind this because it's pretty much the only thing he can afford. He still has 6 manners. I think he just rebuilt 1. So he's just going to try and find some damage.
I mean, Anovaku's still technically alive here. It just doesn't feel very good. So he might not know how bad he's got it. Because he might still feel like, hey, I'm alive. But Munch is just stabilizing very well. Back on the board.
No tower. Oh, and he finds the villagers on the deer camp there. But no tower in taking the ball right in front of your opponent's base while he is playing Mass Knights when he can afford it is kind of rough.
Yeah, at this point, Anovaku is trying to find some kind of damage to match, but 35 vill kills to 11. Munch has done a much better job of finding and killing the villagers than Anovaku has, losing those knights. That little spot's still open. A couple ways through there, actually. 1, 2, 3 avenues just wide open. That's kind of a fun part of this map is the Rockies are very traverse. It's like the hike that we took last year. Yeah, very much like that, minus the snow.
We're on to another round of ramp pushes, which I kind of enjoy. Usually you see people investing into ramps and then just dying because your opponent invested into army instead. Anovaku is now calling the boys the demon lancers, as people call them. I kind of call them quarter lancers because their fighting stats are so bad, but maybe he can find some vills with them. And also they do +6 to heavy right now because they have the colors of Essos.
Yeah, there's the demi lancers popping out now. The oh no button. It looks intimidating though. I mean, 37 to 30 units. That looks formidable. He's going to get on these rams.
Oh, like
no, there is nothing to protect the archers. There is no protection for them. They are wide open, sitting ducks.
No reaction on the vills.
Oh no, the synchronized shot.
That's, those are the trades that Anovaku needs right now to come back into this game, and he finds them.
Devastating timing here. Can he capitalize all the way? Crossbows trying to take out the knights, the demi lancers.
Crossbows in the back are going to be easily able to take out those knights though, and there is still a lot of knights on the French side here. So these archers, these yeomen, I'm sorry, can't really do anything.
Yeah, they got the synchronized shot off, but it didn't kill. It just wounded all those. They're weak, but they're not dead.
By the way, Munch just changed his guild hall to food.
Yeah, I think he realized that gold is no longer an issue. He has secured the hills. He's got plenty. I mean, 4,000 in the bank. He's doing fine. He needs the food, though. At this point, do you still push with the rams, or do you start reinvesting into farms?
I mean, there was a real rough trade out there. You're still on the board. You still have those berries, and there is that deer pack in the north that I'm not sure that Munch knows about. Of course he doesn't.
I love the spy sheep right there. The spy sheep sees all.
It's beautiful. He's actually
How is
using
it
it as a
communicating?
scout.
How is it communicating back? Nobody knows. Don't think about it too hard.
Oh,
but
good
it
reaction
sees
there.
all. The all-seeing sheep. And sure enough, there's the demo lancers. They are going to take a look. He is using it. Oh my goodness, that is hilarious. Where are those guys queued? Where's that red? I think they're queued straight to it.
They're straight to the gold, but Munch finished a big wall going straight across, so they have to walk all the way around and probably straight through the French army.
That is so funny. Spy sheep.
All right, 62 to 44 in the Ville department with 8 manors. He's still rebuilding that last one. And as far as army goes, we've got 24 arbalests. That is a huge deal, but we also got 35 yeomen. Now we've got a few less arbalests, because if we keep continuing to hit these shots...
Yeah, not staggering out the units at all, taking the brunt of that. That was actually a really good synchronized shot. He's got enough mass of those now that it's
There's
a critical
no
number
front
to
line
hit
against
and kill.
these knights, so let's see how good these yeomen, who can just, outrun the knights.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't like about the yeomen. I don't mind the synchronized shot. I just how fast they are. They should not be this fast.
Yeah, I mean, he just kited straight through his base until all of the knights were dead and the archers were completely useless. And now he's... Oh god, synchronized shot is about to come off cooldown.
I don't think
I'm scared.
Oh, there it goes. Munch losing everything on this.
Okay, we've got three dead manors, but Anovaku survives another round. Holy moly. Well, yeomen are a pretty good unit.
They're a pretty good unit.
I'll say this.
That speed is the one thing that irks me. I know some people don't like the synchronized shot and think it's, too much. I feel like since they've nerfed it, I don't think it's in a bad spot. I do think the speed is a little bit annoying though.
The speed is rough.
That's like the thing that ranged units shouldn't have.
Well, one thing we didn't talk about at all now that we see that monk dying right there. We've got Munch taking the middle circuit side and decapping the other one. And we got Munch with 3 relics versus Anovaku's 2. So he's nicely prepped in that regard.
With the village elite as well. Please. I'm trying to see who's got the... Oh, no.
The yeomen are faster than the vills. No!
Even with wheelbarrow, they're faster?
I think so. They're
grouped up, so they're
because they are in...
Yeah,
they are in a formation with some crossbow.
1.31 speed. Trebuchet out and about now. Knight's trying to take care of these.
He's just gonna sacrifice his yeoman here and YOLO dive as much as he can. I mean, it only killed 1 and brought 2 below half a HP, but still rough.
Finally cleaning up the yeoman there.
Anovaku, it kind of feels like Anovaku is playing for time a little bit. I wonder what is his win condition at this point. The gold is going to eventually run out. He only has 2 relics. He has 8 manors. With the Hobblars, he can't fight the knights. He can't fight the knights with anything other than crossbows. He only has 4 of them.
Yeah, this is the tricky spot, and Munch is now starting to get the farms in the background of this. He's got gold for literal years. He just needs to wait another minute or 2, and he can probably click up into Imperial Age if he so desired.
Oh yeah, that's going to be the plan.
That's definitely going to be the plan. He's going to be just annoying until then with this trebuchet. This is kind of what I was saying. Like, late game, this is going to favor Mr. Munch with the Guild Hall. I don't know what Anovaku's win condition is, unless he can, somehow have Munch throw this a little bit, which is, it's possible.
Did you see that the synchronized shot lined up on all of those arbalests right now? Because I did in my head.
Yeah, that is the one scary thing. Although he doesn't have as many. He's only got 12. I don't know if that'd be enough to kill them all.
I mean, it would still be a lot of... I don't know about that engagement for the Hobblars.
Oh, here it goes again.
Okay, range defense has been activated, and those Pavis actually doing work.
A lot of work. That synchronized shot was just a breath of wind.
It's plus 5 range defense, so that basically did nothing.
It really, yeah. And that's actually brilliant. This is why Arbs are, in my opinion, if not the best unit in the game, one of the top 3 best units in the game.
But you still don't want to directly trade out with Yeoman.
No, that's still going to be a soft counter.
Okay, the Hobblars found the villagers trying to steal the deer pack at the bottom side. But, you know, the knights are already here.
I love this aggressive play from Munch, saying, hey, I need food. Move over. And that's gutsy. I like it. I like it. So take some moxie to go after your opponent's corner deer with your own vills.
I just need a little bit of grub, man. I kind of need to feed my army until my guild hall floods me and I go imp.
Yeah, he's going to have so much food here. He's just got to give it another minute or two.
Is he going to go Red Palace on the top sacred side or the middle sacred side? Okay, I call it middle, bottom. Let's call it bottom. South, west,
lowland. The mountain sacred site and the valley sacred site.
Or lowlands.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I think I agree with the cow there. Looking at it, I think right there. Take the lowland. Take the spot that's most likely to get engaged.
Oh, we've got 10 vills about to die here. That is, it is not great. It is not great. This was a very greedy play by TheMrMunch. That is 10 dead villagers.
Yeah, it was pretty greedy.
But Red Palace is coming out. Did we empty? Yeah, we emptied the guild hall there, and he's now on 0 food again. But we do have a Red Palace coming out in the middle, and you know, Anovaku is busy killing vills.
When you had a vill lead, you're about to be up in age. He's dangerous. He's got 8 on food. Yeah, not much.
The real scary part is this is super exposed, and if Anovaku finds this, I don't think Munch can finish. He's got 3 knights and 13 arps here. But yeah, Anovaku is not going to find it in time. It's over halfway done, and Anovaku's army is not moving in that direction. That was
taking a little gamble there. It was risky, but a risk that's going to pay off here.
That kind of reminded me of the Kilyardi game where he almost beat Louis on Garrison, and then he decided to build his landmark basically next to Louis' wall in the middle of the map.
If I were playing against this, I would hate it, but I do love the wall creep from TheMrMunch to defend more of his stuff. Meanwhile, Wolf trying to help. There is wildlife up in Denver. Wolves are not actually a really big concern. Coyotes, however, would be.
Do they usually attack wooden forts?
No.
Walk around?
No. They usually go after house cats.
Whoa, actually?
Coyotes will. Coyotes definitely. That's a problem. I've had a cat lost to a coyote once. Childhood Stockton was very sad. It was a little sad. It was an older cat though, and I think he was going to die anyways. But you know, coyotes are a problem. Wolves are
Munch is actually fixing.
Wolves, but
Munch is fixing the bottom side, and it's still not fixed.
It's still not fixed. Oh my goodness.
So unfortunately, that is open, and he's gonna lose some more vills up, or rather down here in the lowlands. That's a lot of vills actually just being lost to trying to build walls without any protection.
Oh, so many vills. You know, TheMrMunch already threw away like a good 12 of these guys on that bottom deer, so he doesn't really have a lot of leeway to be throwing away a whole lot more. He's gonna try and take this engagement here with the crossbows.
I mean, he is Imperial right now.
Here's the sink shot.
Anovaku is lining up or stacking up a lot of food right now. And he's also stacking up a lot of wood, which he's not really chopping because, you know, the manners just do that.
This has turned into a very scrappy game. Look at the vill kill counter. We got 42 to 39. That is an insane number of villagers lost.
Yeah. Padded jacks coming in, which will be melee armor on your spears and on your yeomen. And Anovaku is just spamming crossbows right now. Now, question is he gonna spam crossbows to make a huge castle push, or is he just gonna be safe against knights with his crossbows and going imp?
Baldaquin in the queue for TheMrMunch. Is that even really the play? I guess you're countering the Hoplars, but like, why?
I mean, against the crossbows, not really. If you're facing an Imperial Lancaster who just spams the garrison command, sure, get all of the Rebaldaquins that you need, all of the Randys.
That's like a lot of resources for something that's not super useful here. Like the Royal Cannon, I totally agree with. That one, I don't know. I'd almost prefer Mangonels or something to deal with a synchronized shot.
I think Rebaldaquin is a great unit against everything as long as your opponent doesn't pay attention, but I kind of expect these guys to pay attention.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, anything's great if your opponent doesn't pay attention, you know? Anything would be good.
Have you ever run 50 Hobblars into 10 Knights? Because I tried, and they lost.
That's fair. Munch scouting this out pretty quickly. He's gonna surprise these guys. Maybe. There they go.
Munch is going into the elite arbalists with the crossbow stirrups, which will do great against the rest of the knights, which is one that Anovaku has, but will pretty much be countered by everything else that Anovaku has, except for the crossbows themselves that he is stacking.
We've got a rock flinging contest here in the middle of the map now as Trebuchet's exchanging shots. Red Palace down to about 60% health, but 3 Trebs against 2.
Here comes the Wingard. Now, I was gonna say Munch has a window to do a lot of damage now, but he really doesn't. He has half the army supply right now. He can't go in.
The problem is the food, right? He overdid the gold, which he's used the gold now, but he didn't have the farm transition behind this. He's got food coming in now, but it just feels like it's a little late. And meanwhile, he's still trying to get these pesky raids out of his base.
The Hobbler raids are so annoying because these guys are pretty much impervious to any arrow fire unless you really walk them under the Red Palace.
Now I start wondering, like, long term, can TheMrMunch hold? If this Red Palace goes down, he's going to be in a world of hurt. He really just needs units. If he could just mass out. Meanwhile, Anovaku's got 26 spears, so even if Munch wants to go for like a knight play, he doesn't have the gold right now.
Can we quickly check the French farming economy? I'm just assuming there is one.
I'm hoping. It looks like there is a bit of one. I don't think it's not tons.
I mean, he has 1,500 food per minute, but that is not enough.
Well, he does have the guild hall behind it as well. Game. He's got the guild hall that could help out, but he's out of wood.
Now he ran out of wood to repair. So yeah, we're back to gold, which is fine, but he really should have more farms going. And the Red Palace is about to be overwhelmed. We even get the trap upgrade out of the college.
You know, TheMrMunch at one point was ahead of villager count, and now he's slipped behind a little bit.
But yeah, his eco's quite a bit worse.
Wolf Trebuchet's coming out.
Can we talk about how Anovaku still doesn't have wheelbarrow?
Oh my gosh.
And Munch still hasn't learned that the bottom side of that wall he just built there in stone is still open.
He's probably just sitting there wondering, man, where are these knights coming from? What the heck?
No.
Synchronized shot.
He has the elite units. He really wants to do some damage, but it's not enough. It is not enough.
We went the Red Palace, pushing without the Red Palace behind it now as well.
Yeah, no Red Palace, no safety net. The Reboldequin is gonna do nicely here. And by nicely, I mean it's gonna hold a few seconds until these range units, Munch realizes that is not gonna work out.
It was a tough matchup anyways for French, but in the end, there was some windows, but too many vills thrown away, too many opportunities lost, and Anovaku pulls through in the end for win number 2 in Game 3, and we go on to Game 4 with a 1-2 series.
I think once again, the Imperial was not the play. He had units right under his opponent's TC. If he doubles down on Castle Age, I think he might take it. But he didn't. And here we are, Anovaku taking a second game. And, you know, he was expected to win with this matchup. But Munch making a good showing of it. Yeah,
it definitely was never a favored matchup. But I think Munch, I agree, made a good showing of it. I think there were some windows to actually pull through a win. It's hard, though, when you don't have vision of everything.
Yeah, he had that rough going where he couldn't keep pushing because he couldn't make knights because he had to switch to the outer golds.
Yeah.
And then
food was just such a problem towards the end there.
With the guild hall on gold, he had 0 food for a while. It was just rough there. It's a mix out of a little bit of Miss Macro and a little bit of, I don't know this map. I know there's not a whole lot of gold. Oh, interesting matchup. Huh.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I guess this is maybe a new map kind of coming into play. I think both players played it pretty well. They definitely seemed to understand where the resources were at. They responded in accordance to that. I also think that TheMrMunch just really got shot in the foot by all the little openings in his walls. I think he just kept getting raided bit by bit by bit. There's a lot of little raids that Anovaku was doing behind the scenes. I think helped him inch back into this more and more when he was down.
Oh yeah, he did a lot of raiding there, just equalizing the playing field. And by equalizing, I mean he had the same amount of villagers and 9 manors.
Yeah.
Oh god, I'll be right back. You just keep talking and telling people about this great tournament,
okay.
but there was a loud smack and now there's crying. I'll be right back.
Kid crying in the background, no worries. Well, upcoming match we do have, it's going to be Byzantines and Japanese coming up for game number 4. While I got some time, I'll mention that if you want to donate to the tournament directly, you can hit !donate if you look at the Matcherino link for King of the Rockies. We've also got merch you can take a look at if you want to have a nice hoodie or shirt with the logo on it. There's also, if you want to come and visit, see us live in Denver late in October, Exclamation Point tickets are live for the event at localhost. You can go get your spectator passes there. You can even play games too. They've got computers there. You can get the day pass. It's a lot of fun. Nothing beats, watching the tournament live on the big screen while also playing on your own game right next to it. So if you're interested in that, you can come meet us all in Denver in just a couple weeks, or I guess 2 months. This game, man, back and forth. It really does feel like that one could have almost gone either way. But game 2 to Anovaku. We got a pretty good series in our hand here. One more win and Anovaku would move on. Mr. Munch hoping to reverse sweep from here on out now. Going on to our next map. Look at the choices here. I'm not surprised to see Byzantines. And I think Japanese is probably the best choice Anovaku has for this map. What do you think, Escalade?
I totally agree with whatever you said. Also, my little one is such a drama queen. I think most of the crying was
all
about
ones
the dropped Lego.
The secret is that all little ones are drama queens. We all were at that age.
He's turning 8.
It doesn't go away until they're like 12, and even then, and they'll be a drama queen teenagers. We're all just drama queens, is what it is.
Fair. Anyway, Japanese versus Byzantine. Oh, with the I'll say the recent rise, but it's kind of been around for almost 2 seasons now. The recent rise of Dark Age aggression, and we're on Frisian. Japanese might be able to stunt Byzantines quite a bit. And Munch is going for full greed on stone. I don't know.
That's a lot on stone. We'll see. I was going to ask you, like, who do you prefer? If you had to pick who you wanted to play as in this matchup, which would you prefer?
On this map, I probably wanted to play Japanese here. Quite honestly, because I think you can just get aggressed so easily by your opponent. And there's gonna be a tower going up very, very soon. Either it's gonna be on the gold or it's gonna be on the berries. I am just gonna be assuming it's gonna be first on the gold, and then if there's gonna be a winery, it's gonna be on berries.
We do have the barracks and the spear already out for Japanese. They are planning on doing the Dark Age aggression, which has been so meta on this map of late.
Cal wants to point out that yes, if you get your berries denied, you're just gonna go Hippodrome. I agree with that. That is the choice that you have to make. It's just not a great choice. It's just not what you want to be doing. And Munch going for the full stone here. You mean until those spears arrive? You mean can he get out the 3rd cistern? You know what? I take that question back because the spear is already here.
I mean, he can take a little bit of damage still and keep mining.
We can do Akratoy once.
Akratoy, I'll say, yeah, you can Akratoy once. You should be able to get enough stone for another cistern.
Yeah, so it's gonna be 3 cisterns, and then he has to pull back because
watch that one that's weak.
Defense.
Akratoy comes out.
Can he even get it?
Maybe not. It was close. Good timing there from Anovaku.
Anovaku realizes the position he's in, right? He sees his opponent is very heavy on stone, and unless that is arrow slits, which it is not, he can do a lot of damage here. He goes for 5 spears, and I'm fully assuming there should be a villager on the way very, very soon.
I imagine he'd have to have a villager on the way. Maybe I don't know. I think I just see spear. I think that might be a villager behind the 2nd spear coming in right now in the stealth forest.
Munch is not happy that he couldn't get the 3rd cistern art. He really was banking on that. But at the same time, you don't necessarily have to go on gold. You don't have to go on stone further. You now have better vills with your 2 cisterns. By the way, there's a tower rush coming.
Yep. I was right. That one is indeed a Vil. Sometimes it's kind of fun to see the units on the minimap and go, is that going to be a spear or is that a Vil? And I'm glad I guessed that one right. Yeah, and I think, we were saying the first one, going to be on the berries. So he's going to force that Hippodrome out instead.
I mean, it's kind of forced out anyway. There it is.
Yeah, it is.
And because with the spears here, unless you really want to go feudal into archers, you will have to delay all of your berry gathering quite a bit.
We got a great question in the chat. This is not region locked. This is a worldwide invitation, or not invited. Well, the whole world is invited to come to Denver for this one. Last year it was region locked to North America only. This year it has been opened up internationally, so all may participate.
That's a great question. I don't think we really pointed it out too much.
We did.
Sure, we mentioned it in the announcement and the like, but we really never went ahead and said, this is an international event. Yeah.
Yeah. The caveat being, of course, you have to actually be able to get. You have to actually be able to get to Denver. So you got to actually be able to get your ducks in a row and get out here to the North American side. You got to be able to come because it's a LAN event. So if you can't get to Denver, you can't obviously participate. But if you can get to Denver and you can play at this kind of level, come on down. Get into the qualifiers. It's not too late. There are more qualifiers after this, as the Hippodrome comes all the way almost up here. And then I guess the follow up then is, if you're Japanese, how do you pivot from this? You can't hold this position forever.
I mean, you could either pull back and hope your tower saved you enough time and you try and go for the castle, but I don't think you will. The last time, I think, who was that? Was that the Marine Lord Beastie game on this matchup, actually? Where we saw mass horsemen against the Japanese, who also went horsemen
I probably casted that one, and I cannot for the life of me remember.
Yeah, I think you actually did cast that one. Now that
I did.
Now that I
remember casting that one. Was that the one where he got swept in 3 games? It was
yeah, that was.
Yeah, I would have casted that one.
Let's not mention that too much anyway. We've got a whole lot of sheep coming in for Munch, so he's not gonna be running out of food anytime soon. And archery range is already up. And Anovaku building the storehouse.
That's the nice thing about this map is enough sheep that if you can get that, you can hold in your base for a little while. Storehouse is up, as you said. Well, I'm back out to the gold. Or is it running past the gold?
We are going...
No, the berries.
I mean, yeah, you kind of need your mercenaries.
Mm-hmm.
Every other civ is like, oh my god, there's shoreline fish. Byzantines is like, berries. Yeah, berries are nice, I guess.
I mean, you could still get oil from it, so what's stopping you from going for the oil?
The berries are better.
Berries are better, yeah, that's fair.
Okay, the one horseman raid.
TheMrMunch.
If that horseman triumphs, he might be able to do some damage. Oh, but the other 2 horsemen find a lot of spears here. There's no Acrotoy because no cistern is in range, so he has to fully pull back and wait for more archers to come in.
I suppose it's fitting, thinking about the oil thing, that fish oil should not measure up to olive oil, right? Like, that makes sense. It's kind of silly that you get fish oil that's still olive oil in game as is, but
no, unless I had some quick sleep there, I don't think we have the extra upgrade for the villager damage and the bounty on vills. Mr. Observer, can we quickly check? No Expilatores, which would probably be pronounced completely different.
Probably. Between the two of us, I'm sure we'll butcher it enough times that someone will correct us eventually.
He can be proud on me, which is kind of... No, never mind, let's not talk about that one. We've got TheMrMunch securing his berries, and Anovaku right now, he still only has spears. And let's quickly check, does he have a tower on his gold, indicating what he might be doing? He does have a tower on berries, but not his berries. And he's taking a little bit of stone there.
This is where it gets a little scary for Japanese for me, is I just feel like Byzantines, once they stabilize, if you've put yourself behind, have you done enough damage? Have you done enough? You've been annoying up to this point. It just feels like once TheMrMunch secures these with this tower, he's going to hold on to this position. Eventually, maybe Anovaku can push him off, but the berries will have been eaten up, and at that point, TheMrMunch could probably think about taking down that tower down on the south side.
I mean, right now, Anovaku really doesn't have a whole lot on gold, and he's going into some Yumi. Still, you can't really tell what he's trying to do yet by this. Can we get the villager split, by the way? Thank you. Okay, 14 on wood, 12 on food. That is definitely some feudal commitment right there. So, Mas Yumi and some spears to defend against the horsemen should be an interesting watch. TheMrMunch going very heavily into the archers.
I do kind of worry about that composition. Like, I do enjoy watching Mas Yumi. I just feel like you got a slower composition. You are adding some that samurai or Anovaku. Nope, he decided to go into more spears. That was a misclick. The tricky thing is TheMrMunch is on the defensive side for now. Anovaku's trying to put pressure on, and he's got the slower units.
And he still has not taken a contract or built a single mercenary, and we are almost 9 minutes into the game. That's it's kind of painful. Meanwhile, that is triple archery range right there, so Yumi is gonna be stacking up.
Oh man, you'd love to have some javelin throwers right here for this.
Yeah. Anovaku realizes he cannot defend this right now, does not have a tower to have a fallback point. So he's just gonna wait here and make some more Yumis, I guess.
There's not much else he can do, right? I mean, he's got a good number. If he holds off for a moment, he'll be able to overwhelm this. Actually, I was thinking jabs, but at what point, maybe longbows would be better, right? Because Yumis do less damage. The extra range would be really nice. Maybe you go longbows here if you go for the mercenary contract. What would you pick, Askeladd?
Right here against Japanese, I'd probably go for the longbows. But Anovaku is waiting for his engagement. We see the +1 coming in for him. TheMrMunch does not have blacksmith upgrades. And here comes the bannerman for the Yumi.
Nobody on gold. It is all feudal today. We've had some imperial games, and now we're going all feudal here.
I'm fine with that, but Munch can finally take his first contract in a second and build his first set of mercenaries.
He could almost build 2 of those buildings and then just double up the production for a bit. And is that Western contract? Yes, indeed. Look at us go. We actually got it right.
You know, both would have actually been super viable and perfectly fine.
Yes. I do think longbows is the better choice here against this composition right now. And then I'm thinking ahead too. I kind of like the idea of having some Landsknecht later on as well.
Oh, a rough fight for Munch here. These Yumi with the Bannerman will actually be feasting. I don't think that Munch can win this fight. And he's going straight in there for the spears. The spears though have been committed and they're under archer fire. The Yumis are a little faster than regular archers, but they're not faster than the horsemen. So, a little rough here. A little bit of a misplay by Anovaku. And spears are arriving, but not fast enough.
Gets the bannerman down. He just needs to get out of town, though. That was a rough fight. You know, if those archers had been longbows, this would have been a very different game. But unfortunately, like you said, that contract just came in now, and he does have them in the queue, but all the archers got wiped there.
It's the +1 on the Yumis, and then, you know, it also helps if you have 10 more units than your opponent.
Yeah, the numbers always help.
Okay. We finally get some cistern up.
Missing the gold, though.
Is that only the 3rd cistern, though? For how heavily he committed into stone very, very early, that's a little bit surprising that he's only on water level 3. Yumi's just gonna go straight under the tower. Munch?
Oh no. And he doesn't even get him in, he just runs him away.
Okay, we're not triumphing today. Yumi's all by their lonesome all the way out here. There's one spearman that, you know, that overcommitment by Munch there was not the play, but this is also very nice for Munch now.
Yeah, it's worked out well for him here. He's able to chase these Yumi back down. He's got just enough horsemen and archers behind it that they don't have really much choice. And every little straggler spear, he just kind of takes a step back and they get picked off. I think Anovaku overstayed his welcome just a little bit there. TheMrMunch maybe overreached as well, but it kind of worked out for him. Things are pretty neck and neck thus far.
The question is, who has the better economy behind this? You've got the Japanese with some more villagers right now, which really helps.
3 cistern with fairly close builder numbers. I'd say it's pretty even. Hard to really say. Maybe Mr. Munch has got a slight edge.
I was going to give the edge to the Japanese here, but we'll see. We'll see in a second. Now, with the first arrival of the mercenaries, there's going to be a little bit of a shift in combat power, but we've got 30 Yumi on the map. No front line, though. Where's the spears?
There's only 2 of them. They're going to get eaten up in an instant. Horsemen have free reign here.
I kind of really wish that Munch would find his triumph button.
Yeah, he could really use it right about now. He's dropping way too many horsemen on this. His horsemen are getting distracted by the spears each and every time. He really needs to go right past them.
It would be fine because these spears are immediately dying, but the 50% health for horsemen that slowly get whittled down by the Yumi, they would be, with the self-healing, they would have so much more staying power. And now he's out of horsemen again.
It'd be hard to do, like, from a micro level, but he can just snipe out that bannerman and then have them chase after him. He'd get rid of that buff.
I mean, the buff persists for 30 seconds, but...
well, only in that spot, though, right?
It's still fine. Yeah, only in that spot, that's right.
You get him away from there. You can't draw him there.
Ooh, and Anovaku is going into Samurai behind this and just trading out with the Yumi. So, what does Mr. Munch have as the Byzantine without a Kashik contract in Feudal Age against Men-at-Arms? The answer...
He's got nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Oh, and Anovaku also played this nicely. He sniped out the longbows, which would have that extra damage that really matters if you're fighting into Men-at-Arms, but, oh, no such luck now.
Yeah, he's only got 2 longbows in the field. That's just not enough. He's still sitting on 300-something olive oil.
I mean, next set of longbows is gonna come in soon, TM. What food is he taking right now? So we've got the shoreline fish now.
That's not being buffed by a cistern. Well, half of it is.
Yeah, Cow showing us that shoreline fish unfortunately have not as much olive oil in them as berries do. What's up with the score? Good question, because Anovaku is only up 2 to 1.
Yeah, there we go. The game's not over yet.
Cow's projecting, I'm sorry.
Cow's saying what he thinks is going to happen. This is a best of 5.
Right, so Munch with 34 archers, he's just fully committing. Some horsemen, but they're basically just there to soak up arrow fire at this point. And he's trying to get some damage in now, just trying to find a little bit of a raid, which is the correct play, because, you know, he realized, hey, if I'm out on shoreline fish, maybe my opponent is too. Did Anovaku scout those out? Because he just moved back right
yeah,
that
he
moment.
just kind of seemed to know it was coming. He got back in. I don't know how he would have seen that, to be honest.
Tower sees the army move in and sees all of that samurai power. If they're just going to be exposed at the front, though, that's kind of rough. Munch, no. He needs to pull back, needs to kite those to death while the Yumis can't connect with his archers. And while the Yumis cannot connect with his villagers...
Oh, that's rough. Soldiers run away. Archers are trying to pick away at the samurai. They're getting some good damage in, but that's a lot of Yumi that just kind of being the real death ball.
That is just gonna be game. There's 10 villagers on the left. They're on the run, hounded by the Yumi, while his main army is floundering against this Japanese death ball, just walking straight through the army. The horsemen have all been pulled forward, so they're no help at all. And there's more villagers going down. This is so much damage.
Munch hemorrhaging vills on all sides, left, right, center. They're all dropping like flies, and that's going to be game as Anovaku takes the series. Munch with a very impressive game 1, coming back, snatching victory from that game. But Anovaku coming back game after game after game and takes the set with a reverse sweep after losing 1.
We salute Mr. Munch, who is now out of the first qualifier. And yeah, Anovaku moving on to face MSN. Okay, good luck.
Mr. Munch, of course, will have another chance in another qualifier if he so desires. So it's not like he's not going to be in Denver, but we'll need to win another qualifier to get in. And Anovaku, however, yeah, has a shot against MSN to move on. Oh,
to answer your question, Frabot, no, I don't know on the top of my head, but I think it was a quarter. Because somehow that spooks in my head that it's only a quarter as fast. in the olive oil department. But maybe Cow has some infos on that, because Cow always wants to be right. Wow, Cow doesn't know. That's weird. That is a new one. Anyway, yeah, you see only 865 olive oil gathered over this entire game. That is not something you want to be seeing as the Byzantines at 15 minutes. You kind of need those mercenaries in your arsenal.
Yeah. He never took down that tower on the south side, did he? I feel like that's something.
No, I don't think. No, that persisted the entire time. Usually, what you want to be doing if you're towered as Byzantines, you just get some Limitane and you activate your shield wall, and
he could have used the horsemen even. He had enough archers. He could have used the horsemen, torch it down. If the spears pop out, you just take it out with the archers. Yeah, that maybe would have been a really good boon if he could have gotten that and then gotten more olive oil. That might have been a misplay there.